Hi everyone, welcome to Sarat Chandra IAS Academy Sure Shot Analysis. Here we are going to solve 10 model prelims answer questions based on the articles that replicated on various newspapers and government websites. Okay, so let us try to solve today's questions. Consider the following statements about Suraj Kund. Okay, yesterday it is in news because every year they will plan our government of Haryana they organize Suraj Kund International Crafts Mela. Actually, yesterday government of Haryana they organized Suraj Kund International Craft Mela in Haryana. In the context of this, let us know the statements about Suraj Kund. Okay, so actually Suraj Kund has some significance because it is a man-made lake. Okay, because at the same time it has some significance in Haryana itself because its shapes look like rising sun. Its shape looks like a semicircular rising sun like. Okay, see, it is a man-made lake constructed in the shape of rising sun with a eastward arc. Eastward arc. Okay, so this is directly statement. Please go through and please read what is the Suraj Kund lake. Along with the Suraj Kund lake, please read what are the other significant lakes that are in news in past 1 year. Okay, so this lake was, at the same time it has some historical significance. In actually it was constructed by Tomar dynasty. Okay, in medieval North India, it was constructed by Tomar dynasty. The king name is Surajpal. Because of king name, the lake named after him only, Surajpal, so Suraj Kund. Okay, so it was built by Tomar dynasty king Surajpal in the 10th century AD. This is also correct statement. Okay, so third statement, actually we already did with what is the significance of Suraj Kund, who constructed. But yesterday Suraj Kund International Craft Mela organized, it has some significance, old significance because it is a highly acclaimed world biggest craft fair. Because there are a huge number of artists in Haryana are depending on this craft making. Okay, at the same, if you want to attend, let us see and let us search in the Google itself, you can know that there are various varieties of crafts available, various varieties of crafts available there. So that's why it is a highly acclaimed world biggest craft fair. Okay, so these all three statements are correct statements. So let us go and read about Suraj Kund. Okay, so all three statements are correct statements. Next, consider the following: the Commonwealth. This question is about Commonwealth. Actually, the context is yesterday our Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, they want to decide it. He will inaugurate the conference. He want to inaugurate the conference. The conference is Commonwealth Legal Education Association. Actually, it is the body. Actually, it is an association of Commonwealth countries to impart legal knowledge, legal education. So in India, actually it is there in London itself. But now in India, our Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi, he will inaugurate Commonwealth Legal Education Association. Attorneys and Solicitor General's conference. This is what they want to inaugurate at New Delhi. Our government want to inaugurate at New Delhi. In this conference, all the attorneys of Commonwealth nations, all the Solicitor Generals of Commonwealth nations, they will part and they will discuss about the legal issues. Okay, they will discuss about the legal issues there. Okay, so because legal education means we need to have attorney general. Our attorney general is the highest law officer, right? At the same time, solicitor general is also one of the most important law officer of India. Okay, so our Narendra Modi, our India decided to arrange a conference at New Delhi. Okay, so in this context, let us try to solve the bit regarding Commonwealth. Okay, so the Commonwealth is the voluntary organization of independent and equal countries. Okay, actually Commonwealth is the group of nations because this is the term arrived at the time of British Empire. During 1926, a conference happened between the countries, major countries under the control of British. Even India is a part of at that conference. In that conference, all the leaders, they want to decide it and they want to emerge as a one group. They want to show allegiance to the Queen or King of Britain, but they won't allow UK to rule over them. Okay, UK to rule over them. So in this point of view, the term Commonwealth arrived. Okay, the term Commonwealth nations arrived. But after 1947, after we got independence, India became republic. 1950, India became republic. But again, India want to be a member of Commonwealth because there is no provision from then most of the republic countries and most of the independent countries also become a part of this Commonwealth nation. Even recently also some African nations also joined in the Commonwealth nations. So Commonwealth is a voluntary organization. Any country want to join there. So independent and equal countries. Actually, this equal word arrived during this conference. All the countries under British Empire, they want to have a equal status. Okay. So next, through the Commonwealth, roots go back to the British Empire, but today any country can join the modern Commonwealth. Yes, that is also correct. Recently African nations joined. Okay, Commonwealth Legal Education Association, it was founded in 1971. Actually the context is this only, 1971, which fosters and promote higher standards of legal education. That is the objective of that particular association. Okay, so this is also correct statement. So all three statements are correct. Third one, consider the following African countries. First one, Gabon, Somalia, Kenya, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo. How many of the above countries have a dual feature of coastline boundary, means it is a sea-based country, and also the equator passing through them. So which of the above countries have a coastline at the same time equator passing through them? Okay, so let's see why the context is Iranian vessel, Omari, FM Omari. This is the Iranian vessel that is sailing through Somalia coast. A group of pirate want to attempt over this vessel. Okay, but our Indian Navy INS Sharda easily replicated the attempt made by these pirates. So replicated the attempt made by these pirates, and in this context, so let us solve the bit. Which of the following countries? These all are group of African countries. Which of the following African countries that has both coastline at the same time equator passing over them? We all know that 15 countries in the world passing through equator. But out of this 15 in Africa, how many countries have both the coastline and the equator? So if you see, suppose this is Africa. If you see equator passing through like this. Okay, so this is Somalia, and this is Gabon, and this is Republic of Congo, and this is Democratic Republic of Congo. At the same time, Somalia, yes, Gabon is there, and Somalia is there. Even Kenya is also there. Okay, so Kenya is there, and Republic of Congo is there. Democratic Republic of Congo is there. All the 5 countries are a part of this. Okay, at the same time, other important one island country is there. So please go through and please check in the atlas which countries are passing through equator and which countries are passing through equator in North America and South America. But these all 5 countries are passing through equator. Okay, equator. Sorry, Democratic Republic Congo is not a part of, it doesn't have any coastline boundary. So only 4 countries that share that passes through equator and it has a coastal boundary. So please go through. Okay. Next, consider the following pairs: rivers and state. So these all are rivers and these all are states. Okay. Yesterday, in addition to 5 international waterways, again 14 additional waterways, national waterways are approved by various governments of states, governments of various states: Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Goa, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal, and Odisha. So various state governments, they accepted this additional 14 national waterways. So 14 national waterways are there. Out of these 14 national waterways, so some rivers and some states are there. Yes, Ichamati river is in West Bengal, and Barak river is also there in Assam, Ambat river in Maharashtra, Kambarzua river in Goa. So please go through and please read all 14 rivers so that you can easily solve this bit. So these all are correct one. So all 4 pairs are correct. But please go through what are the 14 additional rivers, 14 additional national waterways and which rivers. Okay, and the respective states. Okay. Next, 6th one, consider the following statement: Sirpur wetland is a unique. Actually, yesterday, 2nd February, we celebrated as a World's Wetland Day. So we conducted the meeting at Sirpur wetland. This year we celebrated this World Wetland Day at Sirpur wetland. Okay, so in the context of Sirpur wetland, this is the question. Okay, Sirpur wetland is a unique man-made and urban wetland constructed by Holkars. Holkar means ex-rulers of indoor kingdom. So this is a direct statement. Sirpur is a unique man-made wetland. It is a man-made wetland. It is inducted into Ramsar sites in 2022. In 2022, it added into Ramsar sites. Ramsar Indian sites, and it was constructed by Holkars, the ex-rulers of indoor kingdom. At the same time, we all know that Holkars has some significance in during Maratha kingdom. Yes, so please go through. Holkar belongs to indoors, and Sindhyas belongs to some other territory, and Gokhales. So please go through. And Sirpur wetland was the first notified Ramsar site from Madhya Pradesh in 2002. No, it was inducted as Ramsar site in 2022 from Madhya Pradesh only. It was there in Madhya Pradesh. So in 2022, not 2002. So please, only one statement is a correct statement. Alkira-Foster method is a method of measuring viscosity. It is a technique for measuring memory performance, technique for measuring poverty or well-being, method of measurement of plastic elasticity of demand. Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister Nirmala ji, she highlighted in the budget speech that almost 24 crore people come out of multi-dimensional poverty over last decade. This is the context. Actually, multi-dimensional poverty is calculated based on the one method. That method is nothing but Alkire-Foster method. Okay, So if you read multidimensional poverty index, it was published by UNDP, United Nations Development Program, plus Oxford Education and Initiative. Okay, Oxford Education and Poverty Initiative. Okay, so both these published this multidimensional poverty index. They calculated based on the method called Alkire-Foster method. Okay, so it is a technique for measuring poverty or well-being. It is a technique for measuring poverty or well-being. So if you see this report, you can easily answer which method is used. Okay. Next, consider the following statement: monetary and non-monetary. Monetary and non-monetary measures of poverty are needed to better inform the policies intended to address the needs and the deprivations faced by poor populations. Okay, poor populations. Yes, this statement is correct because if you want to remove any person from poverty, you need to give money, monetary measures. At the same time, you need to provide some social infrastructure. Monetary and non-monetary measures are both needed to remove deprivations faced by poor population. Both are reason. If you give monetary measure, it is a short-term solution. If you give non-monetary measure, that may be developing social infrastructure and giving some other things other than money. So these are long-term measures. So both are needed. So this statement is correct one. Next, money alone is an incomplete measure of poverty. See, money is not a proper criteria to calculate poverty. That is what highlighted in multidimensional poverty index. If you see multidimensional poverty index, it is not only based on money or income. It is not only based on money or income. It is based on various factors. If you see clearly, you can easily answer. Okay, so money alone is a incomplete measure of poverty. So okay, it is not a complete measure of poverty, and also economic growth does not always reduce the poverty. Suppose in India economic growth is very high. Economic growth is very high, but poverty is also about, if you see multidimensional poverty, it is about 14.6% of population are still there in multidimensional poverty. If you see normal, according to Tendulkar report, it is about 21%. Yes, right, it is about 21%. See, our growth is very high among various countries, in the world, but the poverty rate is very high. So economic growth does not always reduce poverty. That is also true. So both statements are correct, but there is no direct link between these statements. So B is the correct answer. If you see, yes, this is correct one, but there is no direct link. Okay, consider the following. 19 clause 2 of the Constitution of India, it enumerates, it discusses about grounds on which restrictions on the freedom of speech and expression can be imposed, one of which is defamation. Actually, our Law Commission of India, our 22nd Law Commission, it completely highlighted the importance of defamation, and inculcating of defamation phrase in various laws. In this context, our 19 clause 2, we all know that 19 article deals with the right to freedom. Yes, right to freedom. Under 19 A, B, C, so these all discuss about various freedoms, right? But 19.1 discuss about what are the freedoms available to citizens, and 19 clause 2 deals with the restrictions on the freedoms available to the citizens, that are reasonable restrictions. Okay, we all know according to right to freedom, you have a right to freedom of speech and expression. You have a right to speech, a right to speak and a right to express, but it does not hamper other person's identity. That is nothing but defamation. Okay, so that is what there in 19 clause 2. 19 clause 2 deals with the restrictions are reasonable restrictions. So this statement is correct one. The recently enacted Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita 2020 once upon a time Indian Penal Code prescribed punishment for defamation as punishment with simple imprisonment for a term which may extended to 2 years or with a fine or both with a community service. This is there in Bharati Nyaya Samhita. Yes, recently IPC is replaced with Bharati Nyaya Samhita Bill 2023. It clearly added a few instances: child intimidation, and insult, and even defamation. These all are included in the bill. Even in this bill, Bharati Nyaya Samhita bill, they prescribed various punishment levels. Okay, punishment levels. So this statement also correct. Both 1 and 2 are correct one. Next, consider the following statement: right to protest is undoubtedly a fundamental right within the scheme of the Indian Constitution. See, right to freedom. Under the right to freedom, actually right to form an association and right to speak, right to speech and expression. These are directly, implicitly. These are explicitly there in Indian Constitution. But right to protest is not directly, but implicitly there in Indian Constitution as prescribed by Supreme Court in various judgments. In Supreme Court various judgments, they clearly indicated that right to protest is directly, yes, implicitly it is there under right to freedom. Okay, but in a peaceful manner. Okay, so right to protest is not enumerated specially within the context of text Constitution of India, but it is implicit and flows through fundamental rights guaranteed under Article 19 of the Constitution. Under 19 of the Constitution, you can right to form into associations. So if you see the right to freedom, there are various classes are there, subclasses are there. So please go through. It is not directly there. If it is directly there, we call it as a explicitity. If it is not there, we call it as a implicity. Okay. So it is not directly there in Indian Constitution. So these two, there is a link between these two statements. So both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct one, and statement 2 is a correct explanation for statement 1. Okay. So A is the correct answer. At the same time, please see here also monetary and non-monetary measure. Here I made a mistake. Please see, monetary and non-monetary measures of poverty are needed to better inform. Yes, both are required. So why both are required? Money is not a sole criteria. So that's why there is a linkage is there. There is a linkage is there. Okay. So please go through. Statement 2 is the correct reason only. So option A is correct, not option B. Okay. Because money is not a complete criteria. That's why we need both monetary and non-monetary things. So there is a linkage available. It is my mistake only. So with these friends, please try to solve more prelims based questions so that you can increase your accuracy and you can increase your efficiency. So for this today, thank you friends.